Yeah, apparently there's some subtitles in Fortnite that you need to like change the settings of for better FPS.
What? Where?
If you go into your Fortnite settings under the audio tab, under where it says subtitles under sound, if you go ahead and turn off subtitles, make sure the text size is on extra small, the text color is on white, the text border is on none, and the background opacity is on clear, you will reduce the NPC speech that you always see whenever you pass an NPC in the game, which can result in a slight FPS boost, and that right there is just one of the many FPS boosts that pros use in Fortnite that I'll be showcasing in today's video, which if you use these will definitely increase your FPS no matter what specification your gaming PC is. So if the video does help out, feel free to drop a like on it, drop a sub on the channel, and use my code in the item shop to help me out a ton. Now let's get back to the video. On your desktop, if you press Ctrl Alt Delete at the same time, then click on Task Manager, inside of here under the Performance tab, you may be surprised to see that your gaming PC has been running longer than expected. Mine's somehow been running for 2 days apparently, even though it hasn't. I've turned it off and on and restarted multiple times, but it still says 2 days, which is just crazy. But to fix this, you want to head back over to your desktop, you want to click on the Start menu at the bottom, click on the Settings cog right there, and inside of the Control panel under System, you want to go to the left hand side where it says Power and Sleep, then the right hand side where it says Additional Power Settings, then inside of the Power Options on the left hand side, click on Choose what the power buttons do, and then inside of here you want to firstly change settings that are currently unavailable, and then this setting at the top here, turn on fast startup recommended, you want to go ahead and turn this off. And what this will do is when you turn off or restart your PC, it will actually turn it off, and the new uptime will be lower than ever. As you can see, mine has now actually fully restarted, and it's on 2 minutes. It's not like 2 days like it was just before. But the point of this setting right here is to make the PC start up, so obviously it keeps the runtime going longer than expected. Obviously it's like not fully running that long, but in the background it is. But if you go ahead and actually turn it off and give it a full restart, with having this setting disabled, you should get a slight FPS boost. Next, you want to go into the Epic Games Launcher, you want to go under Library, you want to find Fortnite, click on the 3 horizontal dots, then under the Options section, you want to go ahead and make sure that High Resolution Textures is disabled, as what this will do is it'll not only free up nearly 9GB of storage from your hard drives, it'll also boost your FPS, as your textures will not be high resolution, they'll be lower, so that will give you an FPS boost. After that, click on Apply, and then while in the Epic Games Launcher, click on your profile at the top right, click on Settings, and then inside of here under Preferences, these are all optional to be fair, but what's not optional is the desktop notifications. Go ahead and turn off both of these notifications right here, because if they do pop up, your game might get a lag spike or rather like hitch or something, and it's also prone to some people to actually cause crashes, so make sure the show free game notifications are off, as well as the show news and special offer notifications as well. Scrolling down under Manage Games, you want to make sure that Allow Installs during gameplay is turned off, as when this actually does initiate, say if there's an update while you're in game, this can cause high ping, and you definitely want to have that turned off. Allow auto updates is optional. I myself like to keep it on, just as long as it's not during gameplay. And then at the bottom here under Fortnite, you want to go ahead and click on Additional Command Line Arguments, click that one right there, and you want to paste in these 3 commands, which I'll have it in the description below. Land Play does the following, which is on screen. No Splash does the following, which is on screen. And then Use All Available Cores does the following, that's on screen. As you can see, they all have great benefits, and I recommend using all 3 of them. Next, you want to go over to your desktop again, and you want to open the File Explorer, specifically under where it says My Computer, and you want to look for the hard drive where you've got Fortnite installed on. Mine is under my SSD drive right here, which is my C. If I go ahead and open that, then find Fortnite, just a Fortnite file right there, click on that, then Fortnite Game, then Binaries, then Win64, and then if you scroll down to a file that says Fortnite Client Win64 Shipping.exe, it's the one with the biggest size right here. Go ahead and right click on this, click on Properties, and then inside of the Properties tab under Compatibility, you'll see an option here called Disable Full Screen Optimizations, and it's actually unticked by default, and there's a good reason for that, because what it does is it improves performance while on full screen. However, some players have actually reported that full screen optimization doesn't always improve gaming and app performance, so what they do is they actually tick it. However, what I'm saying to you guys is to actually try both. Try having it ticked, see what your gameplay is like, see if there's any improvements, and then try having it unticked as well to see if there's any improvements. I myself, I always tick it because I found more performance while having it ticked and disabled, but it might be different for you, so go ahead, try both these out and let me know in the comment section below. But on top of that, you also want to click on the Change High DPI settings, and inside of this you want to make sure that this bottom option right here, which is High DPI scaling override is ticked and is selected on application. Then press OK, then press apply. Next, you want to open up Discord. At the bottom where your profile is, you want to click on the user settings cog right there. You then want to scroll down on the left hand side under where it says advanced right here, and you want to make sure that this option right here, the middle one, hardware acceleration, is disabled, just like so. It'll go ahead and restart, but if you've actually got that disabled, you can improve your FPS. As if you're like me and many pros, you play a game while having Discord open, what hardware acceleration will do is it'll actually improve the performance of Discord, but at the cost of slowing down other applications like games. So by having this option disabled, the performance of Discord will be slightly lower, but the game performance will be much higher, if that makes sense. It's the same with Google Chrome as well. If you play while having this open, it's a good idea to go into the settings at the top right there, where the vertical three dots are, click on the settings, just like so, and then on the left hand side, under where it says system, you will see another option, which is similar to Discord's one, which is use hardware acceleration when available. Go ahead and disable that, and what it'll do is it'll make the browser itself perform a lot less, but it'll make games perform a lot better. Again, only if you do have this open while playing games. If you don't, you should just keep this on because the browser itself will have much better performance, but if you're playing both of them at the same time, some resources is going to have to give, and I'd rather give those resources to my game rather than having them on Chrome. Next, you want to make sure that you've got anti-malware or antivirus software installed. I myself use Malwarebytes. It doesn't have to be premium, it can be the free one. The free one works great. In here, all you want to do is click scan and do this like every week if you can. You want to make sure that your PC doesn't have any viruses, malware, or any little hidden things that are taking up a lot of your resources and basically slowing down your PC. Because if your PC is slow or it's getting like sort of dragged back by some virus you have no idea about, that can affect your performance in game and lower your FPS. But what this can do after scanning, which again is completely free, it can get rid of those viruses and boost your FPS, and I recommend doing this every week if you can. And then finally, you want to go ahead and open up your GPU software. I myself use Nvidia, so I've got Nvidia GeForce Experience. You want to go over to the drivers section right here and make sure that you are using the latest game ready driver, as what this should usually do for most people out there is boost your FPS and lower your input delay, as Nvidia always try and make the best optimizations to their graphics cards through their updated drivers section right here. However, for some people out there that is not the case, and if it's not, I'd recommend using some of the best drivers that are highly rated by pros, which are on screen right now. Try any of these drivers, they might work well for you, they might not, but I myself always tend to keep my drivers updated if I can. And that right there, guys, is how pros boost their FPS in Fortnite Chapter 4. Be sure to try these out if you can. I'm pretty sure that your performance will go from being pretty crappy to really, really good, and you should get some sort of FPS boost. If you do, feel free to drop a like on the video, drop a sub on the channel, and use my code in the item shop to help me out a ton. Catch us in the next one. Peace.